Hello everyone, welcome back to my B&B Today spoiler channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Rain hammers the windows. A single lamp burns low. Wyatt Fuller stands frozen, a manila envelope trembling in his hand. Across the room, Dyla in early 20s, jaw set, arms crossed, watches him with the wary stillness of someone who already senses the ground is about to shift beneath him. Wyatt voice barely above a whisper, Dylan. I don't know how to say this, Dylan, just say it. Wyatt, you've been staring at that envelope for 10 minutes. Wyatt looks up. His eyes are wet. Wyatt, the lab called. Twice. They wanted to confirm before they'd even release the results. Dyla and confirm what? Beat. Thunder cracks outside. Wyatt, that the man who raised you isn't your father? And the woman you've been calling and Sheila your entire life, Dylan cutting in. Sharp, don't say her name like that. Wyatt, she's not your aunt. Dylan, she's your mother. Dylan staggers back, gripping the edge of the couch. The camera pushes in tight on his face, disbelief curdling into something raw. Dylan, that's insane. That's Wyatt, that's not possible. My dad is. Wyatt was never your biological father. I'm sorry. The results are right here. 99.9%. Dylan snatches the envelope from Wyatt's hand, tears it open with shaking fingers. His eyes scan the page. The paper falls from his grip and drifts to the floor like a leaf. Dylan hollow, then who? Who's my father? Wyatt's silence says everything before his words do. Wyatt, that's the part you're not ready for. Smash cut to title card. Wyatt's shocking DNA reveals Sheila's apartment. The next morning, sunlight cuts through half-closed blinds. Sheila sits at a small kitchen table, hands wrapped around a chipped coffee mug she's owned for 15 years. She hasn't slept. When the knock comes, she already knows who it is. She opens the door. Dylan stands there, soaked from the rain that never quite stopped overnight, his eyes red-rimmed and furious. Dylan, were you ever going to tell me? Sheila's composure, famous, practiced, unshakable, finally cracks. Sheila, Dylan, please come in. Let me explain everything. There's context you don't. Dylan, context. You let me call you and Sheila at my own birthday party. You let me believe a lie for 22 years. Sheila, voice breaking, because the truth would have destroyed you. Destroyed both of us. I made an impossible choice to protect you. Dylan, protect me from what? From knowing who I actually am. Sheila sits back down, suddenly looking every one of her hard-lived years. Sheila, from knowing what your father is capable of. Dylan freezes in the doorway. Dylan, what did you just say? Spencer Publications, Executive Office, same day. Wyatt paces behind his desk, phone pressed to his ear. His brother, Liam, is on speaker, his voice tinny and alarmed. Limvo, you told him. Wyatt, you should have waited for me. This isn't the kind of thing you drop on someone alone in a thunderstorm. Wyatt, he deserved to know the truth the second I had it. I'm not going to be part of another cover-up in this family. We've done enough of those. Liamvo and Sheila. Does she know you know? Wyatt grim, she will by now. Dylan went straight to her apartment. If she tells him who his father really is before we can get ahead of it. Limvo, Wyatt. Who is it? You never actually said the name. Wyatt stops pacing. He turns toward the window, looking out over the city, his reflection ghosted in the glass. Wyatt, that's because I still can't believe it myself. Sheila's apartment, continuous. Sheila has pulled out an old shoebox from beneath her bed, the kind every soap opera matriarch seems to keep, filled with photographs and secrets. Dylan sits across from her now, quieter, listening despite himself. Sheila, it was a different time. I was different. Reckless, desperate, running from mistakes I'd already made twice over. She pulls out a faded photograph. She doesn't show it to Dylan yet. She holds it against her chest like armor. Dylan, just tell me his name. Sheila, if I tell you, there's no going back. Dylan, everyone's world changes. His marriage. His children. The ones who don't know about you. Every relationship this family has built since. Dyla, and leaning forward, you don't get to protect him anymore. Not after everything you just told me you did to protect yourself. Long pause. Sheila closes her eyes. Sheila, his name is Ridge. Dylan's face goes white. Dylan Ridge Forrester. Sheila nodding slowly. Your brothers and sisters have been sitting across the table from you at Forrester family dinners for months, and none of them had any idea. Forrester Creations Design Office. Later that afternoon, Ridge stands at his sketch table, unaware his entire world is about to tilt off its axis. Steffy enters, phone in hand, face troubled. Steffy, Dad, have you talked to Wyatt today? RIDGE not looking up not since the launch meeting. Why? What's going on? Steffy, I don't know exactly, but he called Liam in a total panic, and now Liam's not answering my texts either. Something's happening and everyone's being weirdly quiet about it. Ridge sets down his pencil. A flicker of unease crossing his face, the practiced instinct of a man who has learned over decades. That weirdly quiet in this family usually means disaster. Ridge, when people in this family go quiet, it's never good. The office door opens. Dylan stands there. Ridge has never met him. Has no idea who he is. Steffy looks between them, confused by the tension radiating off this stranger. Steffy, can we help you? Dylan steady, though his hands are shaking. I think you can. I think we need to talk. All three of us. Ridge, I'm sorry, do I know you? Dylan reaches into his jacket and produces the DNA results, now creased and rain-warped from the night before. He sets them on the sketch table between them. Dylan, not yet. But you're about 2. Flashback, 23 years earlier, a hotel bar, Los Angeles, sepia-toned lighting. A younger Sheila, sharp-edged and magnetic, sits at a bar. A younger Ridge enters, mid-crisis, clearly running from a fight with someone off-screen, implied to be an early marriage in turmoil. Young Ridge. I don't even know why I came in here. Young Sheila sliding a drink toward him because some nights. The last person you should talk to is exactly the person you need. They share a look loaded with history the audience doesn't yet understand. The scene fades before anything explicit is shown, the camera drifting instead to a rain-streaked window, implying the passage of the night. Back to present, Forrester Creations. Ridge stares down at the paper. Steffy has gone very still beside him. Ridge quiet, almost to himself. This isn't possible. Dylan, it's not just possible. It's confirmed, twice. Steffy, Dad... Is this true? Ridge doesn't answer right away. His eyes drift to somewhere far away, 23 years away. Ridge, there was a night, a long time ago. I was a different man, going through something I never told anyone about. I convinced myself it never happened. I buried it so deep I almost believed my own story. Dylan, well, I'm not a story. I'm standing right here. Ridge finally looks up. Really looks at Dylan, searching his face for the first time for the resemblance he never thought to look for. Ridge barely audible. You have your grandfather's eyes. Forrester Mansion. That evening, the whole family gathers. Tension crackles through the room. Brooke, Wyatt, Liam, Steffy, and now Dylan are all present. Ridge stands at the head of the room like a man about to confess to a crime. Brooke, Ridge, just say it. Whatever this is, we've survived worse. Ridge, have we? He looks to Dylan, silently asking permission. Dylan gives a small nod. Ridge, can't. This is Dylan. He's my son. Gasps ripple through the room. Brooke's hand flies to her mouth. Liam and Wyatt exchange a look they already knew, and watching the rest of the family absorb the blow is its own kind of devastating. Brooke, with who? Ridge. Who is his mother? Silence. Ridge can't say it. Dylan steps forward instead. Dylan, Sheila Carter. The room detonates into chaos, overlapping shouts, accusations, someone knocking over a glass of wine that shatters against the marble floor. Through it all, Dylan stands motionless, the eye of the storm he created simply by existing. Brooke rounding on Ridge, furious and heartbroken. Sheila. After everything she's done to this family, to me, you had a child with Sheila and buried it for over 20 years. Ridge. Brooke, I didn't know. I swear to you, I didn't know he existed until 10 minutes before all of you walked through that door. Wyatt quietly. To Dylan, for what it's worth, none of this is your fault. You didn't ask to be born into this. Dylan, voice cracking for the first time. No, but I did ask for the truth. And now that I have it, I don't know what to do with it. Forrester Mansion, terrace. Moments later, Steffy follows Dylan outside, away from the noise. The night air is finally calm. The storm from the night before has passed. Steffy, I know this is a lot. Believe me, in this family, it's always a lot. Dylan, bitter laugh. Yeah, I'm starting to get that. Steffy, for what it's worth, I don't care whose son you are. You're my brother now. That's not going to change because of who your mother happens to be. Dylan turns to look at her, something loosening in his expression for the first time all episode. Dylan, you really mean that? Steffy, every word. Welcome to the family, Dylan. Buckle up. They share a small, fragile smile. Behind them, through the terrace doors, we see Ridge and Brooke locked in a tense, hushed conversation, and Sheila's silhouette suddenly visible at the edge of the property. Watching from the shadows, unseen by everyone but the audience, she turns and walks into the dark. The mansion glows behind her, chaos and healing beginning in equal measure.